Let me introduce our first guest for his special address, Shri Vipin Kumar, Additional Secretary, Minister of Education, Government of India. His deep understanding of the education sector and his role in shaping its future makes him an invaluable asset to this panel today. Shri Vipin Kumar is working with the Government of India and is part of the core team for implementation of the National Education Policy 2020. His tireless works to achieve the SDG 4 of UN, that is, ensure equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education, including university, is very instrumental. The implementation of this new education policy will change the education paradigm from rote learning to competency-based learning with skill education, an integral part of the system by providing 21st century skills to the children. Let me welcome on stage Shri Vipin Kumar.
Thank you. Shri Pradeep Gupta ji, Chairman, Cyber Media Group, colleague Abhay ji, Vice Chairman and Chief Innovation Officer, AICTE, Rajinder Pawar ji, Chairman and Co-founder, NIIT Group, my dear friends, I am very happy to be here today, and it's an honor to speak before such august gathering when we discuss how the Indian higher education can progress towards the demands of the digital future. And I'm sure that all the people we are sitting out here will agree that the technology is changing very fast, and we are witnessing an unprecedented transformation which has been brought about by emerging technologies. And if we give I like to give the example how the technology is changing. In 90s, if somebody would say that there will be a device, very small device, those were the days when we were having only that phone, dial phone, and that device will not have any electricity connection, and you will have video call directly, and you will have movies also. So you have told that person that he is insane and he is gone mad actually. But now it's happening and it's a reality. So this fast change is taking place. And other challenges that suppose means one area is we know that what we don't know, but other is we even don't know that what we don't know. So those are the challenges in today's world. And the advances in areas just like Mr. Prabhuram was saying, in the areas of artificial intelligence, robotics, Internet of Things, augmented reality, blockchain, etc. These all things also are revolutionizing industries and redefining the skills which are required for modern professionals. The World Economic Forum, it is having that figure which says that 50% of workforce will require reskilling at least by 2025. And I am confident that India, we are having the potential to achieve that target, to capitalize on these opportunities, because we are having the thriving ecosystem and startup ecosystem. Abhijay is sitting here, and the demographic dividend also. Because if you see the average working age population, India, that is 29 years. We are less in numbers, but age is less. While China may be having large number of workforce, but average working age is 39. So there is a gap of 10, 11 years. So we should utilize this age dividend. And how to realize this potential, we will have to have strategies for that. And it's not going to be easy task. We are having limited resources and time is also running fast. So the report of NESCOM, it says, and it warns also, that if you don't take corrective actions immediately, then there is going to be a shortage of 1.5 million skilled engineers in India by 2025. So it's very alarming situation. We will have to come together and take this challenge. So the question is, can we bridge this gap to empower India's digital vision? The answer is yes, obviously, but we will have to go for reinvention. And when I say reinvention, so reinvention of our education framework, reinvention of teaching methodologies, reinvention of industry collaborations, reinvention of our whole mindset, and many more reinventions. So how the reinvention of education and skilling will take place. It will take place obviously by making education and skilling ecosystem more responsive to continuous learning needs. It cannot be like the same curriculum, same skilling. Means we will have to prepare ourselves for 21st century skills. And it should be driven by the technological advancements also. It's a must. Otherwise also, because we are the largest country. We are the largest country around the population of 140 crores. And this population, this number of humans can be a resource also, can be a liability also. If the population, the human resource is skilled, so it is the asset, otherwise it's liability. So it's now on us whether we want to be the asset for the world or we want to be the liability. Undoubtedly, we would like to be the asset for the country, for the world. As a custodian of knowledge, it is the role of higher education, the universities. They must guide this transition. They will have to take the lead. We will have to use the technology to capture the avenues to improve learning outcomes and learning outcomes at scale. The National Education Policy is also talking about India National Digital Educational Architecture, which says that we will have a PAR ID, unique ID for everybody. As soon as the child enters the school ecosystem, we will continue up to the higher education, the skilling also. So we will have to monitor the learning outcomes through a digital platform. Only it is the digital solution which can enhance the skills for 67% Indians who are yet to enter in the colleges. For example, the platforms like massive open online courses, they deliver quality programs to remote areas, and these areas which are unbound by geographical constraints. During COVID, we already have seen that it was PM Vidya platform, Diksha platform of Government of India, Ministry of Education, which provided that digital education. And we did not declare any year as no education year. So it's a big achievement for us. And we already have seen that 90% of engineering colleges, they were using virtual classrooms during COVID. So if we take just one example, that IIT Bombay's program, that is National Program on Technology Enhancement Learning, that is NPTEL, it is a democratized engineering education nationwide in collaboration with Ministry of Education. So we will have to leverage the technology for education outcome undoubtedly. Then at one hand we are saying we should use the technology and strengthen our capability. On the other hand, this also is having the challenges. The challenges are that the major challenge is the digital divide. We make any tool, any solution, we launch it in the society, but the access to that solution, that technology is not possible to each and everybody. And that digital divide, it cuts across gender, it cuts across geography, and sometimes economic status also. Not all these students may have that reliable devices or internet connectivity also. We cannot allow these inequities to hamper our learning potential, obviously. So we will have to have strategies to safeguard equal opportunities in the digital era. And these strategies should combine. These should include the infrastructure investment, public-private partnership, flexible options together, and then come out with the solution. For example, recently the government has some intervention, and in that intervention we have expanded the broadband infrastructure to villages, which will boost the rural accessibility also. So next critical aspect is the curriculums. Previously we were having fixed curriculum, but the time has come when we should have a curriculum which is dynamic. And it's not dynamic at national level, state level, but it should be having the local context also. So that type of curriculum we need, and we must ensure this curriculum evolves dynamically
in tune with industry advancement also. It should be demand driven. It should not be the it should be supply driven, not should be the demand driven. It should be based on the demand by the industry. The skilling also. We are providing skill education, vocational education, but we don't see whether there is a demand for that or not. It's required in that particular geographical area or not. So the time has come that we should onboard the industry also, the partners also. With the technological half-life shrinking every year, it's shrinking. What is in today is out tomorrow. The youths who are computer software engineers, they join the companies, and after 5 or 10 years, the companies, they find that, okay, now we need to replace these people. So that time has come. So traditional rigid programs, they have the risk of becoming obsolete. And so adapting agile development and involving industry feedback, it will ensure relevance of curriculum. The initiatives such as the internship programs, embedded degrees, and institutional innovation cells, which we are doing with the AICT in all the higher education institutions, now coming to the school education system also. It will foster multifaceted learning, which will be aligned with market requirement. Further, experiential education. We will have to have experiential education, national education policy. It also says that it should be through project-based internships, which will cultivate design thinking, problem solving, and collaboration abilities. And it is the fundamental to the digital economy. National Skill India schemes. It offers vocational trainings, including 100 qualifications for emerging sectors. We need the digital platforms which support diverse learning styles and interactive delivery to augment the classroom experiences. But whether all these initiatives are sufficient, we make some solution, provide to the higher education institutions, no. The last thing which is very crucial, and that is the skilled educators. Skilled educators, because what we do at national level, state level, at the district level also, but it is the teacher, the professor, the skilled educator who will transfer these things to the students in higher education institutions or in schools also. And for mentoring the next generation of leaders, we need continuous faculty development programs. NEP says that 50 hours CPD should be there, and the exposure to cutting-edge research, like AICT's faculty development program, which enables professional enrichment in innovative practices and digital tools also. Incentivizing innovation and industry networking is a must to nurture the research, the culture of research, entrepreneurship, and lifelong learning. So, for all these issues, to address these challenges, National Education Policy was announced in 29 July 2020, and the policy envisions that India should be among the world's top countries for higher education with global ranking. It says that we should invite the global institutes to the India, to our country, but at the same time, our institutes should also go and open the campuses abroad. We have seen a sharp upward trajectory of enrollment in last few years, and if I mention few key statistics in last 10 years to show the progress which has taken place, is that the number of IITs in last 10 years have gone up from 16 to 23. And this has expanded world-class infrastructure nationwide. Engineering colleges, number of engineering colleges has increased from 2,447 to 3,286 over the same period to enhance the seats, available seats for engineers. The internet and computer facilities are available in 85% universities and colleges today. Incubation centers, they operate in all universities to support the entrepreneurship. Internationalization has grown in favor that now Indian universities have grown from 9 in 2014 to 46 currently. So these things have taken place. We are moving the right path. We are improving the situation, but to sustain the momentum, the demand concerted efforts are required, and the NEP targets that we should have 50% GR in higher education institutions, which is around 33% only. And GR means like the total number of youths who are going to that particular level, and the total number of youths who are in the particular college or particular class. So it is now just 33%, we have to achieve it 50%, and this achievement needs lot of investment. We need the professors, we need the universities, we need the classrooms, we need the laboratories. So we will, and it means that we will have to have around 26 million additional enrollment by 2035, 2.6 million crore students will have to bring back to the university education. And this scale of expansion, it needs strategic long-term investment, which should prioritize the quality, it should prioritize the research, inclusivity, and industry partnership in near future. And it can happen only by embracing emerging technologies as the integral part of learning experience, that we can develop future-ready professionals who will be driving India's digital vision. Collaborative efforts between government, academia, and industry are required to combine strength to revolutionize education delivery. Our collective actions today will determine the capabilities of tomorrow's workforce, and with them, the future of our knowledge society. And if we preserve with unity of purpose, there are no limits to how far we can progress. In the last, I must admit that at this juncture today, where we stand and the direction we are moving, it presents tremendous opportunities for us. And by addressing these capabilities, curriculums, and needs of infrastructure methodically, we can mold the next generation of leaders who will be equipped to carve global success stories. Our youth deserve world-class education, empowering them with architects of a stronger, more sustainable and prosperous digital India. And the exciting journey, which I think already has begun, and I am confident that together we will propel the nation to new heights. The best is yet to come. And I would like to thank Pradeep Gupta ji also. I have seen that presentation by Mr. Prabhuram, and I would request them to sit together, sit with the Ministry of Education. We have started PM Shri schools also. Now skilling is going to start from 6th onwards. Now we are saying that every youth who comes out of school after the education of class 12th, he or she should be skilled in one job at least, and the employability of education should be more relevant. So all these things are there, and great effort by this team of cyber media, and I am thankful to Pradeep Gupta ji and his team member Rachna ji, Rajiv ji, who are continuously pursuing me and requesting me, asking me. It was a rainy day, hectic day, and if their persuasion would not have been there, so sometimes in parliament days when parliament is on, you try to escape also. But it's my pleasure and my honor to be here, and I would like to continue and associate with your group for future also, for PM Shri schools, so for higher education also. Thank you. Best wishes. Thanks.